All right, guys. I know a lot of you've had a long day. You know, first I'd like to welcome Coach Brennan. Obviously he's going to be a great addition, and I got to spend a little bit of time with him today. So it was great to meet him. Second, want to send our thoughts and condolences to our main man Steve Kerr. It's a sad tragedy. What happened to while they're at a staff dinner. I can't imagine. So sometimes there's bigger things than the game, and Steve's always been a great reminder of that and a great mentor for all of us for that. So make sure you're thinking of him, because I know he's wearing it and going through a lot. So all right, let's get to the game here.
I believe the team had 5 and ones tonight. How do you assess finishing?
It was good. The and ones are great. that's a number that I didn't have. But I just would like to see us finish better overall. I think we're taking some crazy attempts, and that's just something that's never been a part of Arizona basketball since I've been here. And so we need better discipline and shot selection, even on our layups. We need to get paid when we get the ball in there, and it's 2 games in a row where I feel like we've struggled a little bit.
Did you like the energy, both halves, each half?
You play against that much zone, sometimes it changes the rhythm of the game, and at halftime, we're up 10. I didn't necessarily feel great, but, when you look at the efficiency, we're 1.3 on offense, which is, better than our normal, so you're clipping it right. Sometimes that zone does it, but in the second half, we kind of, we got stagnant for whatever reason, and, SC deserves some credit, but, we got to keep getting better.
Get unstagnated, that's the right word.
Well, you have to have guys that move together, 2 or 3 guys that are on the same page. You can't run just set plays against the zone all the time. The best way to attack zone is just feel for the game and passing and skill and force. And we just didn't do a good job in the second half putting those things together.
Go ahead.
Sorry, a couple of guys at Washington State were saying the zone actually threw them out of rhythm, and that maybe led to the layups not going in some ways.
Bruce, I don't know this. I think if you have a layup, you got a responsibility to deliver for your team. Like I don't care what they're in. It's a layup, and layups aren't easy. They're not. But good teams make layups.
Some crazy stuff they're putting up, and I'm wondering, maybe because of whatever happens in a zone in some cases, are they maybe more compelled to throw something like that?
I'm talking like in transition. I'm talking overall. I'm not just talking about a zone. When you shoot a layup, you have a responsibility to make it or get fouled. Those are your 2 options, and you don't get any extra points for dipsy-do or jumping in the air and trying to do something crazy. And you know what? These referees, either they don't see the foul or they don't fall for it, which probably both things happen, so we just got to do a better job.
What went into the decision to start Jaden in the second half?
Just trying to shake it up a little bit, and, JB's been playing well. He's been having a really good impact on our team. It's no slight on Kylan, just, and sometimes when you don't start a kid, it's hard to up his minutes when they're basically the first 4 minutes of each half. They don't play, so then they're down to 32 instead of 40. So it was nothing. I'm just trying to shake it up a little bit, and I'll continue to evaluate it. I haven't made any final decisions.
Tell me, you've talked about this before. I'll probably continue to talk about it. But Ballo, with his free throws, are you concerned?
They look better today. I don't know if I'm concerned, because I just think there's a value for him getting us in the bonus and the double bonus. But obviously I would feel better if he was making 75% of them. But he does so many other positive things. I can't just get hung up on that.
He was much better a couple of years ago. It seems like.
Yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me. Today it looked a little bit better. And it's just something he's just got to keep working at.
Back-to-back games with more than 20 offensive rebounds, despite not maybe finishing on these, the effort to continue to give yourself these extra chances, you feel it's going to eventually pay off?
Well, I want it to balance out. I don't want to miss so many shots. So then there's not so many offensive rebounds available. That would be my preference. I would rather have 12 or 13 offensive rebounds and 6 or 7 more makes. It's great we're offensive rebounding. It's better than not offensive rebounding, but we need to start making some shots.
What do you make of all those stars out there tonight? Kevin Durant, Miles Simon.
Well, listen, Arizona basketball is, it's a show. And, I mean, I wish we would have played better for everybody tonight, but at the end of the day, we got the result we needed. And, it didn't feel great, but we did. And, and the other thing we got to remember, SC is shorthanded. So, I mean, like, could we beat SC to 100%? I don't know. Those are things. And then we got a UCLA team coming in here. I know how hard that game's going to be. I'm not tricking myself. I mean, I know that's going to be a knockdown drag out. So we got to continue to get better. And sometimes you go through these lulls in the season, and you can come out of them better, but it's not easy. You got to keep fighting.
What did you think of Bronny James? So much made of him, and he's having to do everything with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he played pretty good today. I don't know what his stats ended up being, but I mean, I don't know him at all, but I'm proud of how he's handled everything, and the people that I know that know him say first class kid, first class family.
Anything else for Coach?
It's just about Saturday's game in UCLA. They pulled out a close one at ASU tonight. What's your thoughts on them? They've got a lot of young guys, talented, a lot of international guys.
I mean, listen, they're gonna. It's gonna be a battle. I mean, that's a program that has a ton of pride. They have a coach, who knows how to get his team to play hard. They're gonna be prepared, and we're gonna have to come in, and it's gonna be a knockdown, drag out battle. I mean, I imagine it's gonna be a hard fought, traditional Arizona UCLA game, like 95% of them are.
I mean, just with that roster they put together, I'm sure you're aware of a lot of those international kids you probably.
I mean, listen, Bruce, it's not my job to speculate on the roster they put together. I mean, that's your job. My job is to coach against a really good coach who I know knows how to help his team win. So I'm going to focus on that. I'm not going to. I don't have any thoughts on their roster or how they put it together. We're gonna play the team that shows up, and I expect them to be good.
This could be last time they come here for a while. You and Cronin have both said you were interested in playing down there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be the last time Arizona and UCLA play. I mean, it might be as members of the Pac-12, but it won't be the last time. And, I don't know exactly when or where the next time is going to be, but there will be, more games between Arizona and UCLA in the future.
I just wonder, too, because, like, the way scheduling is now, you have 20 in the Big 12. You already have some neutrals. You've got Bahamas next year or whatever. That only leaves a few games. I mean, do you see UCLA as being one of those teams that you'd want to make room for?
I mean, yeah, for sure down the road we're gonna play UCLA. I mean, want me to say it any more clear than that? I don't have exactly how it's going to happen. I'll tell you that again. But we're going to play UCLA for sure, and I want to play UCLA.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.